Ever wonder how a change of just 2 degrees can reshape our world? It's a question we often overlook, but the answer is more consequential than we might think. You see, global warming isn't just about the Earth getting a little warmer. It's about a fundamental shift in the planet's climate system, a shift that can bring about catastrophic changes. Consider your own body. A mere 2-degree rise in your body temperature can signal the onset of a fever, throwing your entire system out of balance. It can lead to severe illness, and in extreme cases, even death. Now imagine that same principle applied to the Earth. The planet, like our bodies, thrives on balance. When we talk about global warming, we're talking about the Earth running a fever that disrupts ecosystems, intensifies storms, and threatens human health. Just as our bodies cannot function properly with a fever, our Earth struggles to maintain its balance with the fever we call global warming. You may not see it from your window, but global warming is reshaping lives across our planet. Let's take a journey around the world to witness the real-life implications of this unseen threat. Picture this: a farmer in India, a land characterized by its rich agricultural heritage. However, lately the farmer has been struggling with unpredictable monsoon seasons. The rains that used to arrive like clockwork, providing much-needed sustenance for the crops, are now erratic and unpredictable. Some years, the rains are torrential, washing away the topsoil and drowning the crops. Other years, they barely come at all, leaving the fields parched and the harvest scanty. Now, let's move across the globe to Florida, a state known for its sunny beaches and vibrant culture. Here, a family is grappling with the increasing frequency and intensity of hurricanes. These are not just storms. They are life-altering events that bring destruction and displacement. Homes are demolished, communities are uprooted, and lives are forever changed. Finally, journey with me to the Arctic, a realm of pristine beauty and icy tranquility. Here, a community is watching as the glaciers that have stood for centuries are melting away. These majestic ice structures, once a permanent fixture of the landscape, are now a disappearing sight. The melting ice also means less fresh water and a threat to the unique wildlife that calls this region home. These stories, though geographically diverse, share a common thread: the pervasive and profound impact of global warming. This is not a distant, abstract concept. It's happening here now in the real world to real people. It's changing the way we live, work, and interact with our environment. These are not isolated events, but pieces of a larger narrative, a narrative of change driven by global warming. This narrative is not just about loss or devastation, but also about adaptation, resilience, and the urgent need for action. We can rewrite this narrative, but only if we acknowledge the reality of global warming and commit to addressing it. The question now is, what can we do about it? As we grapple with the reality of global warming, it's crucial to understand that each of us has the power to make a difference. Yes, you heard that right. Every single one of us. Let's start by focusing on the small changes we can make in our daily lives. Reducing energy consumption, for instance, is an easy yet effective way to minimize greenhouse gas emissions. Consider simple acts like switching off lights when they're not in use, or choosing to walk or cycle instead of driving for short distances. But what about the energy we cannot avoid using? That's where renewable energy comes in. Choices like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power are not just alternatives anymore, they're necessities. By making a conscious choice to support renewable energy, we're taking strides towards a future where our energy needs don't cost the Earth, literally. And then there's the power of our voice. Advocating for climate-friendly policies, voting for leaders who prioritize the environment, and holding corporations accountable for their environmental footprint can make a huge difference. Remember, change is not just about individual actions, but also about reshaping the systems we live in. Yet the most formidable weapon we have in this battle against global warming is collective action. You see, individual actions can be powerful, but when communities come together, there's a kind of magic that happens. A magic that can move mountains, or in this case, cool down a planet. Organizing community cleanups, planting trees, starting local initiatives to promote sustainable living. These are not just actions, they're statements. Statements that say, we care about our planet and we're ready to fight for it. So let's make those statements. Let's change our lifestyles, support renewable energy, advocate for better policies, and most importantly, let's do it together. Remember, every action, no matter how small, can contribute to a cooler, more sustainable planet. The time to act is now.